Hey Simlies, and welcome to part 5 of Let's Build a Houseboat. It's Deligracy here, and how are you guys? I hope you're all really well. I'm recording this not long after the last part, but I did read the comments that were there early, and a ton of awesome feedback from you guys, but a lot of you were just asking for a lot more color. Since really the first part, you guys have really wanted lots of color and stuff, and I kind of came back to the kitchen in the mood to steer away from the pastel palette we have actually been working on for a couple of reasons. One being, elders are so stereotypically given soft, kind of occasionally bland, but often just soft pastel colors. And I thought, you know what? This couple, they are on the adventure of their life. They're on a houseboat. That's where they've wanted to retire. Of course, they're going to want to have fun because they're the adventurous type. So I've decided to add color into it, which I'm excited about. I think it works. And the other reason is I am starting another Let's Renovate / Let's Build series that's going to run simultaneously to this because I'm enjoying them. I think you guys are enjoying them. Actually, from what the comments say, you guys enjoy these series, and I just think it would be good to mix it up a little bit so we weren't working on the same thing all the time. So I'm not going to tell you guys what that is just yet, but it will be coming out really soon. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter, you may be getting a few sneaky peeks about what it's going to be, but I'm extremely excited about it. And basically why I brought this up is because I have a feeling we may be using some pastels in that. So while we have the opportunity, we may as well make the use of bright colors and in this part. And there you go, I've just put in that chair that was slightly out, and I got a ton of comments on that. The chair placement there, but it's okay. And of course the fridge, which I completely forgot about 2 times in a row. Why is it I always forget fridges in my houses? I have no idea, but I thought that I better put one in, so we've put in the miniature bar fridge, and Daniel actually recommended that. He said it kind of made more sense to put in a mini bar fridge than a big fridge on a houseboat, and I thought that was quite good, unless we're going to have a few issues in gameplay with having a smaller fridge. I'm not sure, but yeah, I decided to do that. The other reason why I think it suits having really bright colors in this is really because with Isla Paradiso came a lot of Spanish and kitsch items. So both of those include a lot of vibrant colors, a lot of rich oranges, reds, blues, and you know what? It will allow us to incorporate those things a little bit more easily if we have a lot of color introduced into this. So these chairs here, I loved the comments that said, these remind me of cartel chairs. I loved that. I think Tana said that, and if you guys know me well, I love cartel furniture. I adore it, and I really want, really want cartel ghost chairs in my home one day around a timber dining table. So that is my wish. So yeah, that was a cool comment to receive. Thank you, Tana. And also just coloring these lights here. These lights could have been white or white, but I felt like while we have the option to color them different colors, let's make the most of it. So here I am experimenting with a few different colors, introducing a little bit of green there because I thought, you know, if we have green just in the light bulb, then it'll go with the plants and the table and on the side there. And I also like how we've added some orange into the couch here in the corner as well. I think that's nice. And we're about to change the candles on the ground, which I said I would do. So I think they're looking good. They're just needing a bit of color on them. I love these candles. I would totally have those in real life. I just think they're so pretty. I love the idea of big, heavy, solid candles that sit firmly on the ground. I think it's really beautiful. So that's why I've definitely included them. We'll probably include more of them later on anyway. And I don't know, I wasn't really feeling for this plant in the middle of the table, so I decided to change it. I don't know, it didn't look tropical to me, so I tried putting this one in there and then that one inside it. And then I was like, it kind of works, and I kind of put these flowers in. But in the end, I do put in this other plant that I believe came from the store. And I end up actually moving the one we're colouring right now to the lounge area in a little while. But that sits there as kind of this bold yellow thing for a while, but it does get moved. Also, these floor lamps, putting them through the box here to make them look like little candles. There is candles everywhere on this houseboat. I don't know if that's very fire safe, but in this part, because I was trying to remember to put the fridge in, I also remembered to put a fire alarm in. So it's okay, this houseboat is fire safe. Lots of candles, but fire safe, so it's all good. And you never know, maybe there's like electronic candles that go off by themselves. I don't know, something like that. And yeah, just kind of having a look here at some different chair options, and I had a lot of people saying to use the Bohemian Garden set throughout this, and of course the hanging chair was a big topic, particularly in the last few parts. Actually the earlier parts, really, even since part 1, part 2 and part 3, is like, put a hanging chair in. So we're putting one in here. I wouldn't be surprised if I use another one downstairs as well. But Megan and Sophia actually said to put that in the last part, but a ton of you guys also did in earlier parts too. So I think it looks nice. I left it as that really, really vibrant orange color. I think that's really fun. I love it with the pink flowers. I've been to sneeze. I'm so sorry if I just deafened you. It's getting cold in Australia. It's like 10 degrees right now. I'm in my pajama onesie, so I'm kind of comfortable, but I still have a bit of sneezels going on. Oh, I feel better now though, sorry. Also painting the walls blue on the other side, and we do put in the plant boxes as well on the other side too in a second, I believe. But first of all, we're going to be putting in a bar. I put in a late night bar just because I like the late night bars. They're bigger. You can hire a proper barman, so if Bill or Esther wanted to host like a big party on their boat, they could get a professional barman in, and that would be pretty cool. I also earlier got a few of the chairs. I deleted them on the ends because it was looking really busy. I had quite a few comments saying the dining table looks too full, and like, how many grandchildren do these people have? But yeah, I think for the people who commented about that, I agree. I think it looks a lot better with just 6 chairs. If they have heaps of grandchildren staying, then they can draw up a chair from the bar or something like that. Not from the bar, from the other countertop, which we have to go back again and delete the lower half of it. It keeps popping back. Another popular theme was the idea of using wicker, which... yeah, I like the idea of wicker. It's not something that I had forgotten about in this. I am planning to use it in the lounge room, I think. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. I think Diana said that. But yeah, I think I would rather use it downstairs. So I'm going to do that probably in the lounge room. And also just having a play here, I do go with really colourful mismatched chairs for a little while, which is what we're working on now. And trying out the wicker texture there as well, but I thought it was too much with the carpet underneath. But in the end, we actually change it because it kind of begins to look like a circus, especially with that yellow plant in the middle. It's just like a bright, hot mess. So don't worry, we do tone it down a little bit, but it is about to get a little bit crazy. I'm not gonna lie. We're about to definitely add several pops of color in here, including yellow, red, green. I do like the cushions, how they're all a little bit different. I do love, not matchy cushions. It is something that I definitely incorporate in my own house at home where I live. Our couches have cushions that are all quite different on them. Similar color scheme, of course, but also my bed is all different pillows as well. So yeah, we're working with a few different colors here. I think we make this one yellow, And it was just like, it's not too much of a circus. I think a few of you will like it, but I felt like it was too much with all the other colors going on in the room. So we do turn it down a little bit in a second. And I love that texture, that stone texture, because it almost looks like coral, like a coral reef there. So we kind of apply it to the pot plant underneath it, and then we're going to put that one through the table here in the corner. And I think that looks nice. It looks like it's kind of standing on 3 legs still, but on the bench top. So it's not as big a plant, which is kind of cool. I think we get rid of those flowers because the color, the fuchsia was a little bit much with everything else. I think putting in some kitchen appliances because, you know, they're going to need a few things to cook with. And there was this like clothesline thing, and I kind of want to include that. I'm not sure where though, but I do want to include it. If you guys have any ideas of where it could be put, I would love to hear them. And putting in a dishwasher, of course, because it would be kind of annoying constantly washing your dishes on a houseboat. There's no reason not to have a dishwasher just because you're on water. So we just put in a nice stainless steel one in there, nothing too crazy. And of course we needed some barbecue utensils as well, because there's a huge barbecue right there, so why wouldn't you? Here we are again, going back to putting in dishwashers underneath the counter so we can manually delete it. And I love the fact that putting in that dishwasher spun around the object there. That worked out really well. And these books, a few of you were commenting that looked kind of awkward on top of the bench. It's really good because the barbecue utensils actually just cover up the books. If you go around the other side, it looks like there's a few little handy books inside the barbecue tools, as if it's like a manual or something. So I think that worked out quite well as kind of a quick fix. This pot plant, I'm so upset you can't recolor the more decorative options in that pot plant, but you can't. So we had to kind of leave that as green there in the corner. It's not too bad though. I still like it. And yeah, what are we doing here? We're looking at clocks, we're looking at, oh, that's right, putting a stereo in here, because I feel like on a houseboat, you need to have the tunes pumping. You know, you're going to be listening to those island beats or whatever. And of course, we needed this pool sign there just to make sure that everyone will be safe when jumping off the boat into the water underneath. Because I would totally do that. I know Esther and Bill might not do that, but when they have the young'uns on the boat, I'm sure they would love to. So yeah, my voice is breaking a little bit. And putting in that fruit bowl thing there on the counter, I think that's quite pretty. And I love it when we put in a metal stainless steel texture. It's like super duper shiny. Really like, it looks like an Alessi kind of, I don't know, fruit bowl, which is kind of cool. Alessi is another favorite design brand of mine. I'd love to have some Alessi things, especially the citrus juicer that looks like a rocket ship. It's so cool. Really beautiful. So yeah, we've just changed the chairs back to the wood, but we've left some of the colors there on the back, the backing or the backrest on them, which I think works out quite nicely. We still have a bit of color there, but it's not too overpowering, which is a good thing. We got rid of the green one. I kind of like the green one now though, watching back, so I might put the green back on there next part. Of course, we need to carry over the planting here on the side of the boat. So we're just popping those over there, and we need to put in a telephone as well because they need to make some calls on the houseboat. I don't know how they would get a home phone line, so it's probably like a satellite phone or something like that. I'm not really sure, but the other thing is, a few of you said don't use the all-in-one bathroom because, you know, the elders might struggle, but then some of you were like, please use the all-in-one bathroom because it came with Island Paradise and not having it would just be a catastrophe. So I do end up putting in a bathroom in a second, and here we are working on the other side of the wall. It was interesting to receive quite a few comments saying to change the other side of the wall, because I probably wouldn't have without having read those comments, but I think it's fun because it changes, I guess, it really separates the idea of where the dining kitchen area is to this area where the stairs are that opens up onto the front deck, or the back deck. The front deck? Would that be the front deck because the steering wheel is there? I think so. Or is the front deck where you jump on? I think the front would be where you drive the boat. So we're going to call it the front deck. Trying out a few different tiles here. I wasn't really happy with these. They're kind of cool. And I kind of like how they look like a compass almost. I thought that kind of went with this idea of boating and maps and whatnot. But in the end, I actually go back to another tile texture that I used again in my On the Rocks collab with Verse Design, which is this one here. But I just make it all white because I think it looks quite pretty. I like the contrast between the white and the more rustic floorboards there on the decking too. And yeah, I thought that was nice. Just going with the white theme there. And we are going to put in a spa as well, which is exciting. I like the idea of having a spa on a houseboat. Without it, I don't know why you wouldn't have a spa on a houseboat if you can afford one. So here goes in the all-in-one bathroom. I think Marco said it wouldn't be very comfy for elders to use that, but you know, we're gonna have 2 big bathrooms downstairs, so Marco doesn't have to worry about that. We will have proper bathrooms, but just up the top, just in case you have to jump out of the spa, use the loo, jump back in. And I also put the shower there in the corner from the dance studio. The Sims do shower in their bathers, that's why I liked that there. But I think the all-in-one bathroom has a shower as well, so I don't know if we should keep the shower there. Let me know. But when I was on a houseboat, we did kind of have a loo pretty much exactly the same as the one that is the all-in-one bathroom, but it didn't have a shower in it. I find that a little bit yucky, showering where the toilet is. I don't know, not a huge fan of that, so that's why I put the extra shower. Actually, having said that, I think I want to leave the extra shower there just for my peace of mind. If I were a sim, I would use the all-in bathroom for the toilet, and then I'd shower in the outdoor shower. Putting in some deck chairs here as well, making sure they're nice and bright because we definitely need some color at the front of the boat here to tie it in with the kitchen and dining area on the other side. And I don't know, I think they're cute. Ooh, I just got an email that just popped up from one of my tutors from uni, which is interesting. I'm excited to open it. I wonder what it'll be about. Now, putting in, like, I was trying to put in some of these plants, but I was like, no, I don't like them. And putting in a table here from Island Paradise as well. And we do look for an umbrella too, which is nice. And just trying out a few different ones. I don't think there was one that actually came with Isla Paradiso or Island Paradise. So that was the Showtime one there. I can't remember which one I have out right now. Oh, and then the other thing, a few of you were mentioning the parrot, to put the parrot somewhere, but I didn't know where to put him. I thought I would ask you guys where you think the parrot should go. We might add him at the end, so we'll do that. And yeah, just testing out the different umbrellas. This umbrella, was that from Showtime or was it from... Actually, I can't remember if that umbrella is from Showtime or somewhere else, but I did like the fact that it is square and angular. It's not curvaceous to kind of go with the straight lines of the houseboat. I think that works quite nicely. And we do end up making it a really lovely bright orange color because right now it's looking kind of neutral, kind of bland, especially because the exterior of the houseboat is neutral brown. I hope you guys can kind of see why I decided to make the houseboat this browny color because I'm trying to introduce a lot of other bright, vibrant colors in now that would be a bit of a hassle if the boat was already really bright. So hopefully you guys can see that. And having it brown allows me to keep it looking like it's natural and rustic in a way, or not rustic, but I guess beachy and coastal. That's why I like the brown. And I wanted to use this university flag as a hanging towel. It's from University Life, and I really wanted it to go on that half wall there, but it didn't really fit, so I'm just trying it in a few areas around here, but we do end up putting it on the wall in a second. Once I find a shelf to put in, kind of hunting around for the perfect shelf, and then we go with the good old Into the Future one in a second. Although I do like that Master Suite one which we just saw. Master Suite is a really, really good stuff pack. If you're looking at stuff packs, I think Master Suite and Outdoor Living stuff pack are the best ones. I really like them. I use them so much. And I really like the fact that they have create a sim items as well, not just furnishing items. That was actually a really pleasant surprise in Outdoor Living. So yeah, we're just making this look like a towel, which is sometimes a bit difficult because it is a flag. But we can kind of work with it. And that green, that like fluorescent green I was not loving that just then. But yeah, it's just hanging up there as if someone's gotten out of the spa. They've kind of hung up the towel to dry. And I really like that there's the fruit bowl there next to the chairs, so you can kind of have a bit of a munch on that pineapple while looking out to sea. I would totally cut the pineapple and like scoop out the middle and make it into like a pineapple drink mocktail or cocktail or something. Oh, and these are the little boats from Generations. I cannot pronounce your username. It's like Trapusakatapult. I can't say it, but I'm sure you know who you are. Thank you for mentioning these little Generation boats. They are perfect for the houseboat, putting them there around the steering wheel. Loved that idea. I feel like Bill would definitely have those right where he was steering. So thank you, Trapus Catapult. That would be it. Trapus Catapult. Oh gosh, how embarrassing. But anyway, I was like, I could put a cookie jar up there in case the driver gets a bit hungry. Obviously, they're going to be spending a lot of time in that spa. They've got the lemon cordial there, which is pretty snazzy if you ask me. Also putting the mermaid on the rock here. I think that also came... Oh no, that came from Seasons actually. Someone did remind me not to forget about Seasons because obviously it has a lot of beachy looking things in it, so we will work with that as well. I was like, which mermaid should I use? And we make her hair like a lilac color because it's pretty. And putting some extra towels on top just to make it obvious that that is a towel hanging there. I apply that pattern to it as well. So that's all really nice. But anyway, thanks guys for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. Bye!